Hi, welcome to Knit Read Write. I'm Rami. Um, Before we start, I'm not good at talking at cameras. I don't do this often, but I have a lot I want to share, and so I am going to try and speak to a green dot that I'm supposed to look at instead of right here. I'm supposed to look right there, which is boggling my mind, but okay. Anyway, I wanted to share some yarn that I got at the King's Fiber Festival that was held in Brooklyn about 2 weeks ago, and what I plan on making with these yarns. So let's get started. Got a whole bag, and I'm ready to go. So one of the first yarns that I bought were these really pretty, like beige colored DK weight merino superwash yarns from Thirsty Cat Designs. And it's a very neutral color, but if you I don't know if you'll be able to see, but if you look really closely, you can see like it's not one tone. There's like little streaks of dark beige, light beige in there. And what I want to make with this is that sweater. I forget what it's called. I think I have the pattern here. Actually, where did I put it? Where did I put it? The pattern. Oof, oof. I put the pattern. So, sorry. I put the pattern right here. It's by Lynette. It's the facet sweater. So I print my patterns like an old person. I can't look at it on my phone. I need to have like a physical copy so I can write on it and stuff. But yes, it's the facet sweater by Lynette, and it's a color work pattern. And I want to use this cream color as the base. And for the actual color work, I found this pretty color. Look, it is like tweedy, and it has like stripes of purple and like a little bit of green and like a burnt brown. I don't know if you can tell so well on the camera, but I am imagining such a cool transition sweater with these colors. It's also DK weight and merino. So how pretty is that gonna be? Sorry, I'm looking over here. I'm supposed to be looking over here. How cool is that gonna be, right? I'm so excited to start it. But I have to wait because I only work on one whip at a time. That is one of my things. I cannot do two patterns at once. I have to focus on one, and then only am I allowed to start another one. So I have this waiting for me. This is what I want to do next. This is absolute next for me. Then I got 4 skeins of this midnight color from Tina's Toasties. It's also a DK weight yarn, merino, and also superwash. Now this yarn, I have an idea of what I want to use, what I want to make with it. I bought this really interesting mohair that had a little bit of nylon in it. It had like a little bit of glitter in it. It's like navy blue. And I was thinking of holding this color with that. So I also have that somewhere, but I didn't pull it out. Hold on. I have it somewhere around here. This is all where I have all my yarn anyway. It's here. I do have it. So this is it. I bought this at a yarn store in Long Island. And you see how like it has like this little bits of glitter in it? And I'm thinking, if I hold it with this, it would look so cool. it would look so nice. I just don't have a exact pattern. I have some ideas, but nothing really of like, yes, that's what I'm gonna do with it. So if you guys have any ideas of what would look like really good with this combo, I'm open for it. So that's some more yarn that I bought. Put this back and I'll put this away. Next in my lovely stash of yarn that I bought this yarn. This really, really nice reddish orange color that is dyed using natural dyes. I think she told me what it was, but I already forgot. But she uses natural ingredients to dye all her yarns. So I bought 3 skeins of this. It is a worsted weight wool. And I do have a pattern in mind for this yarn. I made the student vest earlier in the year. I made it in pink, but I made it too small because, oops, oops. Okay, I made it too small. Well, I can still wear it, but I made it too tight because guess what? I didn't gauge swatch. Yeah. But I can still wear it. It's not like it's not wearable. But I want to remake it using this yarn. The yarn that I was using before for the student vest sweater, it was not DK though. It was more like a sport weight, but I also held it with mohair, so I thought it would be fine. Didn't really do much. It still was like too thin. So it came out smaller than intended, but it's still wearable and I do wear it. So yeah, this. Another yarn that I bought was this one right behind me. This. It's in a brushed alpaca. And I bought 2 skeins of this small yarn. They're like mini skeins. I already caked them up because I'm currently working on a project. And this project, it's been, I want to say, almost 2 years in the making. And I'll tell you why. So I bought this skein of silk mohair 2 years ago at a fiber festival deep in Long Island. And I don't know why I ever thought 1 skein of this would be enough to make something, to make the sweater I had intended. And when I went to start working on it, I realized I don't have enough. And so I had to put that project on hold. And for the last 2 years, I've been trying to find something. Well, it wasn't 2 years because I bought it and then I held on to it for a bit. And I picked it up again, I want to say a year ago. And that's when I realized I didn't have enough and that I was an idiot for thinking 1 skein of this would have been enough to make something. So I've been looking for something that I could use with this, or like as close to it as I could, to make a sweater. And at the Fiber Festival this year that I went to in Brooklyn, Lily Loops, she's the one that dyed this, she was there. And I was like praying that she might have like a random skein of this color that she dyed. And I brought it with me and I saw her there and I asked her if she had 1 skein of this left. She didn't. It was a sad day. But I then tried to find something to match it because there were so many yarn dyers there, so many indie yarn dyers. And so I picked up those 2 cakes of brushed alpaca. Where did I put them? Did I put them back in the bag? No. Where did I put them? Oh dear. I lost them. Wasn't I just holding them? Oh no. Okay, I literally can't. Here they are. So if I hold them up, for you. Like, it's so close. It's just like, obviously this is brushed alpaca. So, and this is mohair. But look at the color. Like, it's almost like a exact match. Like, it'll be so hard to tell that this is not the same other than the fiber. So I'm really hoping that when I run out of this, I can somehow or like hold it together at points. I don't know. It's so sad. I will either like do sleeves, like maybe like the ends of the sleeves or the hem, like the end of the sweater, like the body, end of the body with this. But I already started on this, and here it is so far. The pattern that I'm making is, hold on, my favorite things knitwear. It's the blouse number 1, the light one. Again, I print my patterns because I am old school. So yes, let me go back to where I was. But yeah, I am knitting that up, and so far it's going well. It is very light and very see-through. Trying to hold it up. I did use size 10 needles to cast on because a lot of people were saying that it was way too tight. And I even read on one of the posts that somebody posted on Ravelry that she tried to like pull her head through and the thread snapped. So like, oh my God. I would not want that to happen to me after like so much work and time that you put into this and it just snaps and you can't fix it. Nope. So I just like cast it on with bigger needles. And although I did put over my head and it feels a bit loose, and I do have a small head, this feels a bit loose. I'm going to tighten it with crochet if I feel that I need to make it tighter. But one thing that's kind of bothering me, and I don't know if it's a me thing or it's I'm doing something wrong or this is just how it's supposed to be, but when you do the increases, I don't know if you could see because it is so fine. I'll try. See right there? You see how they're like, the holes look enormous? I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. I don't like it. Of course, it doesn't happen right here. Can't tell. But over there, the holes are so large. Like, hello, hi, I can see you. I don't know if that's the design. I know it's a raglan, but when I've done raglans before in the past, I didn't have this. I wouldn't say I remember this happening. And I'm rambling about this sweater. Okay, moving on. Yes, so that is the pattern I'm working on now. Then what else did I buy? Because I did buy more stuff. I bought these really cute needle stoppers. They're little pancakes. Little pancakes for my needles. They were really cute. I couldn't not buy them. I saw them like I have to have them. Because although my hedgehogs are cute, I think my pancakes look better. So here's the hedgehog. Here's the pancake. Yes. There was one other thing that I bought, and it was these project cords. So yeah, supported some indie dyers, bought some yarn for my yarn stash because I don't have a yarn stash like that. I know people have like crazy amounts of yarn. I don't have that. Maybe because I don't have space. But I do not have yarn stashes that are busting at the seams. So I had to replenish my stock. So we got this one. We got this one. And this for the facet sweater, which I will be starting next once I finish that. Okay, updates on what else? It was raining at the festival, and I don't know why, but every time I go to one of these things, it's always raining. I'm always carrying an umbrella. I'm always getting rained on, and it's not like a light drizzle. It's like rain. Like, I had to make sure the yarn didn't get wet, and carrying everything was kind of heavy and bulky, and I had to take like an extra sweater because it was cold. But yeah, that's the update on my yarn. Update on my book, since I am an author. I am in New York City, and I did self-publish a book earlier this month in October for Halloween. So it's kind of in the season. It is a paranormal romance that takes place in New York City in the winter season. So if you do like reading, you can go check it out. It is available on Kindle Unlimited and on Amazon. And yeah, I'm working on a new book, which is actually a huge work in progress for me. I've been stuck on chapter 7 for, I'd say, a month. And it's sad because this book that I'm writing now is actually inspired by knitting, by the knitting community. And I really like the ideas in here, but it's just not coming out the way I want it to. I know I just got to sit down and write it and let it just flow, and I could go back and edit later. But for some reason, every time I sit down, I just like staring at the screen. And I'll add that in because today I was trying to get some work done on chapter 7, and I did write. I think I got like about, I want to say like 2 pages worth written, like about 1,000 words. About 1,000 words. So I did make progress on chapter 7, but gosh, I don't know why I'm in a writing slump. I didn't have this with like my other novels, which obviously there's Flatland and there's another one that I'm not talking about yet. But writing slump, hey. So that's my update. I think I did okay talking on camera. I know I'm avoiding looking at that green dot. I don't like looking at it. I don't know how you guys do it, but yes, that's it. So if you like this kind of video, I'll probably do some more, probably do a little bit of knitting vlogging today because I am going to be picking up my kids and I have to wait in the car for like an hour. So I bring it along with me. So I'll be working on the My Favorite Things Knitwear sweater while I'm in the car. So I'll vlog a little bit of that and then I'll include it in this video. Then I'll have to edit this video. Yeah. I forgot to include the video I made of when I was at the Fiber Festival, so I'll quickly. So I was finally able to get some work done on my novel. And here, for some reason, I got stuck with finding the right word. I couldn't remember the word, which now, of course, I do, but I couldn't remember the word modern. I couldn't remember how to say it because I am bilingual. And while I could remember it in my native language, I couldn't remember it in English. And I was just like staring and trying to get my brain to try and remember this word. So like half the time I'm like staring at the screen, trying to remember this word. I'm writing words that are similar to that word, but they're not it. And then finally, when I did get it, obviously, I was able to get some writing done. This is my writing setup. When I get a chance to write, this is where I do it. I write in my basement. So yes, this is my basement. Pardon all the toys and random things in the background. I have mood music playing. So right now I have Halloween bookstore vibes instrumentals playing in the background to set the scene, to set the mood, because this book that I'm working on is indeed going to be kind of gothic feeling. It's going to give you a bit of the not scare factor, but more of creepy, something's coming. I don't know what's going on, what's going to happen. Tamed my hair and put some makeup on. Green dot. Green dot. Oh, no. Got tangled. But, that's not so bad. Anyway, now I have about half an hour to kill as I wait for the walkers to get dismissed from school. And so I am going to knit on this project. I carry this little bag with me everywhere. So it has all my stuff. And where is my counter? I also have my stitch counter. I don't go anywhere without these things. Alrighty then, let's start. I swear, some people probably get here like 2 hours early. I was actually a little nervous to start a project that was all mohair because the thread is so thin, and I wondered how it would be possible to knit with such a thin yarn. But it's actually not that bad. My hand does cramp up a little bit, but that's fine. I take the breaks that I need. And other than that, the fabric is coming out quite nice. Just grabbing a little breather before I finish cooking dinner, and I'm gonna decide whether I want to read tonight or knit. I'm so close to finishing all the increases that I'm probably going to knit instead of read. This is the book I'm currently reading, and my bookmark broke. It was such a pretty bookmark too. There's like a little birdie on it, and it has sprayed edges. Oh. What are you guys reading? This is the second book in the series, but I'm enjoying it because it reminds me of a Chinese drama, like the fantasy ones, which I love. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I look forward to seeing you again.